All right, what's going on, everybody? I got a bunch of lesson requests to get through, and I say that happily. I can't wait to get back to doing this. I've had no time to myself. I apologize. I've had a couple jobs and a couple bands, and I've been recording and working and doing all kind of shit, so my apologies. Let's get into this. So we're gonna start with I've Been Bored, Superheaven song from the second album, first song off the second album. That I thought I taught this, but I guess I just forgot that I didn't, so my bad for anybody who requested it. The most recent person requested was Adrian A, but I believe I've had other requests for this, so I'm so sorry. But I'm getting to it now, so let's jump in. Also, one thing I want to throw out there for any videos that I do for like a lesson or tutorial or whatever you want to call it, the best thing you can do to get yourself to learn these songs or any song you want to learn is to listen to it a lot and become familiar with the structure, the different parts, and you'll learn the nuances just from actively listening, not just like hearing it. So I stress that a lot, is just make sure you listen to it, because I'll show you the parts, but you're going to be the one who's learning it. Really, it's not, I don't do that much. So I'm happy to do these, but make sure you're having fun and enjoying what you're listening to, and just become as familiar with it as you can. Oh, also, we are going to be playing the song, like most Superheaven songs, in half step down, so E flat standard. Yeah, just take your standard tune guitar and tune every string down one half step. Also, I'll probably be referring to the notes / chords as if they are in standard. That's kind of what I do to make things easier for anybody who's familiar with the fretboard, but more in just standard tuning. Okay, so the intro for this, there's like a harmonic thing going on with one guitar, but the actual like riff, like the notes that are being played, it's single pick notes. It starts like this. Okay, so with the intro, it's going to be all on the low E string. It's just 3 notes. It's going to be the 3rd fret, 7th fret, and 12th fret. What this kind of does is it reflects the chords that are going to come following this very intro into like that big chord riff. But make sure that you're sliding and then hitting it right away. So you're going to, like, for example, 3 to 7 is like into 12. Like, you're going to slide into the note, then hit the note, and then pick it. Like, there's kind of like a rhythm to it. And then that goes right into the chord intro that sounds like this. So essentially, when you go into that chord part, it's going to be 3 chords, but there is a 4th one that comes in on the 4th time. So the G power chord, 3rd fret of the low E, and then 5/5. And then you're going to play a B power chord, 2/4/4 on the A string, D and G, but you're also going to play the 2nd fret of the low E. That's a very Superheaven thing to do, is throw that low string in there. So it's starting on the low E, 2/2/4/4. Same thing, but 3/3/5/5. And that's the first 3 parts of the riff. Just when it gets to the 4th time, we're gonna switch it up. It sounds like this. All you're doing there, it starts on the G still, 3/5/5. Then you're going to go to an E, open 2/2, then back to 3/3/5/5, and on G, 3/5/5. So it's really 3 chords again, but you're replacing the with a, so it's, you let that ring out. So the verse comes in and it's bass, kind of reflecting the same pattern. There is like a kind of an interlude riff that they do a couple times in the song, and that's the same chords that I just showed you, but the lead is like this. So all that is 3 notes all in here, 9, 10, 11. So that's going to be the 11th fret of the G, and then the 9th fret of the D. And you're kind of just bending them to pitch. And then the second time, it's the same first two notes, 11, 9, but you go up to the A string and play the 10, so it's... And they end on a G, you know, that chord. And they go back into the verse. And they do that riff comes up a couple times in the song. And then the other thing they do kind of in the verses, there's like a cleanish part, I think Jake plays it, it's just octaves, where it's just like... Again, this is that G, F sharp kind of thing going on, so you're gonna play an octave, it's the D string and the, the A string and the G string, I apologize, like a regular octave, 10 and 12, and you're gonna slide down to 9 and 11, and then it goes back up to 10 and 12, so it's just like... that happens a couple of times in the song too, like when they're doing the verses with just the bass. So there's kind of like a pre-chorus part where it sounds like this. That's literally the same chords as the intro. It's just the last time it goes from the E to just the 5/5 or 3/3 5/5. So it's just the G. But then the last time they just build, so it's... And then they go into the chorus, which sounds like this. Chorus really is you're playing an E, so but I would play it, like for me I play with my index and middle finger, so it's open 2 2. So you don't want to like do like a lot of times the way I play is because of learning punk rock and pop punk like growing up, so where I mute the rest of the fretboard. But here, this is a very Superheaven thing again too. They're gonna hit that high E and the B string open, so it's like a... That's a Superheaven like trademark. So it's again that E, so open 2 2, but make sure you don't mute the other strings. So you can mute the G. So you want to kind of, you can even down, but like the way I play it is up, and then it goes into the G 3 5 5, then 3 3 5 5. And after the chorus, it goes right back into the regular riff. So there's really not many other parts in this song. They do a really cool thing at the end where Taylor kind of sings and plays it clean. So it's like the chorus, then they go... into it full on, and in the video you can kind of see that's when they set up the stage and the alien's there and he starts singing and then they crank the amp up or whatever. It's a really cool part of the song, really great dynamic, and then again it's just that, you know, and that kind of goes into the outro. So there's not really that many parts of the song, particularly because there's a lot of bass in the verse and they kind of just do a couple of little things here and there, but that's the bulk of the song, and it's a really well done song, great intro. But again, it's not very tricky. It's just the biggest thing with Superheaven songs is they use a lot of pedals, like rat pedals, different fuzz pedals, different distortions, and Will Yip, who did their records, is really great at like mixing that kind of stuff, or it's thick and nasty but still very like melodic, and you can hear the harmonic qualities cut through. But they do so many of these chords, you know, and then this stuff, and it makes it tricky, you know. And I'm going to teach some other songs soon where they're doing these chords. Guess what that one is. But there's quite a few. But that's kind of what gives them a little bit of a tricky sound to figure out. It's not really a ton of like shredding and stuff. I mean, they have great guitar players, but they, I feel like, focus more on songwriting. So, which is awesome. I love it. So that's pretty much, I've been bored. If there's anything that you need me to explain a little further or that I missed, please let me know. Again, I learned it by ear. It might not be 100% perfect. They might play it a little bit different, but those are the notes. That's the tuning. And as far as like the sounds, it's pretty much like a little bit of a broken clean for the clean, and just some kind of nice, like, I'm just using a pedal so I can go back and forth while I'm teaching this, but you know, so you use your ears. It's probably the Rat King, so it's, which is some sort of rat, but that's pretty much the whole thing. So I'm going to keep getting through these lessons as much as I can, and I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff with the channel. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and anybody who is into the channel, I really appreciate you. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace.